Welcome back, Wolfskinders. Welcome, welcome. Uh, it has been, I would say, a rough day for me. I just about destroyed my bike trying to get a trailer attached to it. I used a freaking, I used a spark plug socket instead of an actual socket. So I was, so while I was in the garage, I was just I was sitting in there, uh, banging on it uh, with the back of a fire axe, and finally able to get it off. But the problem is it got stuck in there, and I thought I damaged it. So I was like, I was so pissed. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed right now because I'm close to getting my bike fixed, but it's still on the fritz, I guess you could say. So I'm hoping to get that little nut back because that's the thing. That little nut is actually what I need to attach the trailer to because I can't drive. I can't drive at all. Not one lick. I mean, the closest I got to a vehicle I ever did get to a vehicle was like, what was it? A motorized bicycle. That is about as close as I got to an actual vehicle, and that was fun. You know, because they normally range around $400, about $400. So you always want to get like you always want to buy one like half, like you always want to try to buy it for like 200 because if you do, that extra $200 you save is going to be for fixing it because you know that thing's going to break. Because since it's on a bike, it likes to vibrate. So it'll constantly vibrate right at the neck area. Where if you hit your groin, that's somewhere around that area, it will bust. And I've had that happen to me while I was riding once. I thought I took a curve. Uh, a bump wrong, and then I look under, and the whole thing is literally just drops. It literally dropped. Uh, that was that's when I realized I think that was my last motorized bicycle too because uh, before it destroyed, um, I was actually doing 30, maybe 35, and I tried taking a turn too quickly. So what happened was is that I end up flipping over the handlebars and hitting the rocks, and that was an interesting because that's the first time I ever took a header like that, just popping over the uh, handlebars because I literally did. I flew over them, and the thing is that there was this guy at a park saw the whole thing because I'm laying in the stones, dazed and confused because yeah I just took a wrecker, and he comes up to me, "You all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." You know, I'm fine because oh that was the thing. It's like even offered help, but I slugged back limping, you know, tore up, pants torn, bike completely torn up. That was I've had some experiences with bikes, and they seem to just be interesting. But the thing is, I think the reason why I never really I never really like drove, and I think it's because I I found out why. It's too compact. You know, you can't use your senses like you can on a bike or a motorized bike. So you end up just being you end up like, I don't know, just more trapped. So I'd stuck with bikes. I could probably drive a motorcycle. That would actually be kind of fun, you know, to drive a motorcycle. But I think that's probably going a little too far for me, you know. I'd probably stick with a motorized bicycle. It's about as far as I can go. So, and then a bike would be a close second. I did have an idea for building my own vehicle actually using solar panels, you know, because you can get solar panels pretty cheap, you know, good decent size. You can get some batteries too. So you just have to figure out how to. You just pretty much have to build build the frame and stuff like that. But it's not as bad, you know. Not being being 30 plus, being 30 plus years old and never once drove a single car, you know, because a lot of people aren't, probably aren't made to drive cars, you know. So you can always do like public transportation and stuff like that. I've been okay with that. Yeah, because like I always told myself if I ever did learn to drive a car, and I was able to get my license, um, I probably would go for a van, just because it's more compact. You know what I'm saying? It's more convenient. I mean, a bus would be better, but I'm not that stupid to try. I wouldn't be that I wouldn't be that brave enough to drive a bus. Well, at least an older bus. No, I'd probably stick with a van, maybe a worker's van, because I was always thinking to myself, that that would be a cool, really probably proper way to live. Hollow out the back, put a couple of put a bed in there, and and stuff like that. So that's what I thought that would be probably the ideal place. Because I've seen people do bicycles and stuff like that. Live off of bikes, and it's like that's a lot of weight. That's that's a hell of a lot of weight. I probably couldn't do that. I mean, because it's like you only have a limited space, so I guess space wouldn't be bad, and that's not bad. That's actually not bad really, because I I pretty much live very little, when it comes to life. I actually try living very minimum of it. Of course, it has gotten me into trouble. I I I I did have one. I don't know how many years. It did kind of screw with me a little bit. I ended up being way too skinny for myself. Like, I mean, I was really too skinny. And I mean, bad skinny. And that freaked me out when when I saw pictures of it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a no. That's a no. I can't be that skinny. I got enough problems, and trust me, becoming a becoming that close to being an anorexic was like, no, 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 thank you. That is the one thing I do not wish to partake in. Which is why I like cooking. I actually really do. I actually like to cook, and not just extravagant meals. I don't do that. I actually prefer simplified meals because it's cheap and it's easy. I love that. You know, Technically one of my favorite dishes is called a what I call a poor man's meal. Mashed potatoes, ground beef, and gravy. That's it. Three ingredients. It's not that hard. And that's a meal in itself. It is delicious. Because it's mostly because a lot of the simplified meals I make is actually they're considered bases. So it's like you can always add more. You can always add stuff to it because that's the way I like to cook. You know, um, because jalapeno poppers. You know, I don't do bread. I just do I just do regular jalapenos, um, bacon bits, and cream cheese, and then I just cook it. You know, and that's simple. You know, it's simple, just simple ingredients, nothing major. But you can always you can add or replace stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can add like a lot of different stuff to that. You know, you could replace the cream cheese with cheddar. Excuse me. Or you can oh, there's one I want to try. I want to try using habanero peppers. I want to try that. See how that turns out when it comes to cooking. I know that's gonna be really hot, but jalapenos have just they lost their fire for me. But they're still good, you know. They're still good to use, you know. And then so it's like, yeah, the poor man's meal and the jalapeno poppers. You know, that's a simplified meal because, you know, and it's budget friendly. It really is. Like the meals I actually make are really budget friendly. If you do it's there's no wrong right way to do it. It's just if you get it, you know, try to be very, you know. And I just realized too, like my poor man's meal and jalapeno poppers are like 3 ingredients. I never realized that. Maybe that's why, you know, making simple meals is really easy for me because I'm only using like 3 ingredients. If that's the case, that actually makes a lot of sense. Why I don't know any other recipes I have though that require require it. I mean, there is the cauliflower. Yeah, there is. There's the cauliflower mashed potatoes, you know, that I make, and that's really simple. Just cauliflower, heavy whipping cream, and garlic, and that's it. Um, I think even my gravy too. Yeah, even the gravy I make, you know, just butter, broth, and xanthan gum. I mean, there's spices, but I mean that everybody has spices at home, so I don't normally count spices as 3 ingredients because like you're gonna have spices regardless. Huh. I guess that's probably why I actually enjoy cooking. 3 ingredients, try to make something good. But that's also why I like eating too. Because like when I eat, like I still pig out. Um, that's why I could still go to a buffet and still come out pretty good, decently. You know, I don't do you know, I do the standard, you know, your Golden Corral and stuff like that. But I like my Chinese buffets, you know, like hibachi and stuff like that. Because you know, it's always good to go out to eat every now and then. You know, even here where I'm at, you know, there's like one little, you know, there's a burger joint. You know, and they're really good. You know, they're not too expensive. You know, I think they're like I actually went one day to try to see if I can't um, just order a simple, just order simplified, you know, and just try to get everything simple. But I think I screwed that over and spent over like $10. But it was still good, so it's not like that's a problem, you know. You know, that's not that wasn't really bad. Um, yeah, I just trying to find places like that too is always nice because you know try to when you try to do like inexpensive stuff, you know, because like I've eaten I've actually I remember I think I went to Burger King like for one straight month, and my pocketbook was pissed. Of course, my family was pissed as well because I was eating nothing but Whopper. I was eating nothing but Whoppers all the time. I was going constantly up there. Of course, walking does. I mean, walking does help, but yeah, when you're chowing down on like two Whoppers all the time, that gets you end up getting a belly on yourself. Luckily, I was able to lose some of that weight. Now I just can't grit. Now I just can't get rid of the stomach that it left behind. Because yeah, I'm finally back to my I guess you consider it ideal weight, you know. But I do a lot of walking anyway, you know, and I do a lot of um, and I eventually want to do a lot of bike riding, just because like you know it's just you gotta stay. I gotta stay as active as I can. Um, if not, I'll go. If not, doing stuff, um, it ends up becoming a problem. Um, like oh, what's one thing I can explain? Oh yeah, yeah, like what I'm doing right now. Streaming to you guys. When I stream to you guys, I do it for fun, and that's the thing too. When it's like I try to. That's why I want to try to. I want to try to keep that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to keep having fun because it if I got to step away for um, a week, a month, hell, even a year if I had to, I would because I would rather. I always tell myself like I always tell myself if I'm not having fun, something needs to change. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. That's why I want. That's why I'm always having fun. It's like constantly. It's like I just like it's like cool. Let's do this. Let's have fun. Let's have stuff like that. And then and then you have then because if you're not careful and you hit burnout, you hit that burn. Sometimes that burn just torches you, and it's done for me. There's some things where it's like I'm torched off of. I can't play anymore. I can't do this stuff anymore because trust me that burn hits hard. It does. That burn just hits hard when it catches you. And that's why um, I'm always experimenting with schedules. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I do to make sure that if if this day isn't working for me or this time period isn't working for me, I'll change it. You know what I'm saying? I'll change it in a heartbeat because I would rather change it than try to cobble together some crazy thing that I've been trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to be very cautious too. I really do. Because I enjoy, I like to have fun, you know? I can have fun with anything, and it's just I got to be careful not to overdo it, you know? If I overdo it, then that's where that burn starts to come from. And then it's completely gone. Just completely gone. Not even not even a trace of it left anymore, and it's gone, you know? And the thing is, I don't even know if you can even recover from a burn like that, you know? Because if it torches the roots, those roots ain't gonna grow back. That tree is dead. That tree is dead. And that tree may try to regrow roots, but man, that'd be tricky. That'd be very tricky, you know. That'd be very tricky when it comes like that. Because the thing is, it's not the it's the reason why I try to have fun, is because most of you guys see me use this multiple times during streams, and I'm sure everybody knows what this bloody thing is. You know what I'm saying? It's a glucometer. It's literally it's like I don't hide the fact that I'm a type 1 diabetic. And that's why I try to have fun because it helps me actually um, uh, it actually does help a little bit with my sugar. Actually, now not a lot actually, but what it does what is the fact that it gives me something to it gives me something to like enjoy to where it's like it's like something to like okay you know because if I'm stressed out, you know what I'm saying, my blood will show it. See, that's the thing. Like I have an indication of if I'm stressed out. I have an indicator of if I'm stressed because my blood sugar doesn't lie. It tells me if I'm stressed out, and it's not. It's 150. It's a little high. Well, it's about to be. It could get higher, but yeah, I literally have an indicator if I'm getting stressed out because that's how type ones, that's how diabetics work. That's why because they say because it does because I think there is I think there was a study I did see. I can't be for sure, and I can't be certain. So like I really can't, but I think they did say that stress does affect blood sugar. Same as being sick. You know what I'm saying? Because they say you get stressed out, you get sick, and yeah, same. So it's like it's the same thing. Where it's like if stress increases your sugar, then a diabetic technically has the best tool in the house to combat it. You know, and that's also a reason why I got burnt out on one thing because I was just so stressful. I wasn't having fun, and it collapsed. You know, but like I said, I'm hoping that maybe in the near future, I can go back to making videos on YouTube again. Because I did enjoy that. I did enjoy. I love showing people different play styles. That's why both sides are technically the same. Where it's like I want to show people like here's someone's completely different play style. You know, and that's why I enjoy it. Like I said, I like to have fun because that way I can show people, and stuff like that. And whew, just just trying stuff like that is always a fun. And I know it's not going to be for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm I can even I'll even criticize myself sometimes when it comes to stuff where it's like you know my videos could be a lot better, and then it's like when I stream and it's like I know I could do a little bit. There's always room for improvement. But sometimes you gotta be careful with that because it comes back full circle. You end up oh, what's the word I'm looking for? You end up falling back on yourself. You know, really is. Not gonna lie. You end up falling back on yourself, and and that's when that burn hits hard. That it just rips you to shreds, and man, does it hurt. You know, it really does. That's why I like to try new things. You know, I like to try new things because I don't. Excuse me. I don't like being stuck in one thing because you know there's only a finite resource of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're stuck on one thing and that's all you're doing is that one thing all the time, that one genre, that one note or something like that, that burn will that burn will catch up to you so fast that you won't even have time to think, and then that's it. You're nothing but ashes on the side of the road. You know, lost everything because yeah. That's why I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys that that burn catches up really fast. You know, that's why I like to, like I said, I've done I know there is I know that I've done something. I just can't remember. Well, there was one day I can't remember what one day, but I remember, you know, two separate games. And I think it was, I think I know what it was, where it was like, RuneScape and something else. I can't remember the other game, but um yeah, I torched myself because I was like, I was like wanting to have fun, and I ended up torching myself too hard. So that's why I'm like, what's the word? What's the thing? It's I know it's a word. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. Oh, I know it's in there somewhere. I just can't get I can't get the dang thing off my head and into my tongue. Yeah, that's why I want to try to do like variety streams. You know what I'm saying? Try something, play something new, and do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I love Survivor games. Don't get me wrong. I've always loved Survivor games. Even when I burned myself a little bit, gave myself a nice little burn. Um, but you know what I'm saying? I always gotta tell myself, if I ain't having fun, I'm gonna change. That's all that matters, man. Like I said, you guys have your guys's, stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, not, I'm paraphrasing here because I'm thinking that's how everyone is, where it's like, you have your one main thing you love to do, but you always have those little side projects, and what's when you like to have fun, you know? That's when you really like to have fun, because it's like, oh, something a little different, something a little spicy. I was actually looking for some first person shooters. I actually don't remember the last first person shooter game I actually played. I don't, because they're not. It's not my game. It's not my genre. I guess you could say, you know. But I have been looking. I have been looking into like some first person shooters, even some puzzles. You know, even some puzzles. Cause yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple of puzzle games, dungeon crawlers and stuff that I actually really enjoy playing. You know, that's why, man. It's like I'm not. I won't get caught in that burn again. I know what that burn looks like, and I've seen it. I've seen it torch me up, and I'm not doing that. I'm not falling into that trap again. No, no. Because if it happens, if it, because like I said, if it happens, man, that I got my bike to fall back on. You know, so could do something with that. There's always that. I can always do something with my bike. Come up with some new recipes for cooking. Because I the thing is with cooking, like the reason why I really like it is because of the crock pot, and that is actually gonna start getting annoying after a while. Yep, yep. Like I said, that's I knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, that crock pot, man, I like. That's why I believe it. I think someone told me, or I told someone that man invented, like, I swear to God, I'm really trying not. I'm trying to get this factually, but I can't pull it off. Like the microwave is invented for the woman because she didn't want to cook for the man anymore, back in the olden times. And then the crock pot came, I think someone said the crock pot, it was made so men can cook when they're by themselves, or be left alone by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know the words. I swear, I saw this. I cannot for the life of me remember where I found it at. It's like, and it's like, that's the problem too. When you try to remember certain things, and it's so difficult because you don't know if you're being if you're being right or you're being wrong, and that's something that I try to deal with too. Because the thing is with you guys, I am actually I'm actually very unsociable. I know, kind of shocker, right? Considering I'm streaming, but yeah, I am actually very unsociable. I'm actually very bad at it because um, in real life, I actually can run my mouth so much that the fact is that I can get into trouble. And I've gotten into trouble because I ran my mouth so much. It's happened. I'm not gonna lie. That's the truth fact. I've ran my mouth so much that I've actually gotten myself into trouble. But I don't mean to. It's just the fact is that I have a hard time, you know, and that's why I'm slow when it comes to things. You know what I'm saying? It's literally the reason why. It's like when like I told like I said like when I told myself it's like it's because that's what people have told me. It's like you're slow when it comes to things, aren't you? It's like yeah, pretty much a lot of stuff I'm pretty slow at. But I mean, it's not bad. It just takes me a lot more steps to pull through. You know what I'm saying? And but that's okay. It's just one of those words. Like every person is different. You know, every person is different, and stuff like this just happens. You know what I'm saying? But there is one thing that I always do wish, and that is the fact that the reason why I don't like being a diabetic, and the fact is that I love cooking, is the fact is that I can't use a lot of ingredients. Like I love potatoes. I do. I love potatoes. Fried potatoes with onions. Oh, you get that son of a bitch just crispy enough where it's like you just get that right good crunch. You want it crunchy, but you still want it to be meaty. I can't eat that stuff anymore. That's the only reason when it's like if it like most people say, well, would you rather lose that or have the ability to like clear your minds up and stuff? And I'm like, I'd probably go with my mind. I really could. I've lived long enough with diabetes. I pretty much understand what this is. It's not as bad, but to clear the mind up a little bit, oh hell yeah, I'd choose the mind in a heartbeat. I'd always pick. I would. I would always pick the mind. The mind can always be cleansed. Can always have a good cleansing. The body can just withstand stuff. But yeah, that's that is one thing because I mean the thing is yeah because like being a diabetic really isn't it isn't really a problem per se. It's more to the fact that if you don't have if you don't have insulin, you're pretty much fucked. You pretty much are. Without your insulin, you're pretty much fucked. I'm not gonna lie. That's the I like that's what I tell people. It's like, oh, what it's like because I've had one person tell me like, oh, what's it like being diabetic? Oh, it's a fucking bitch. I can't eat shit half the damn time, and um, I'm constantly, I'm constantly. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I just realized that I forgot that I had some snackers, and these are the things I can eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, being diabetic is like its problems isn't the fact that you know insulin is technically your lifeline. It's the fact is that you're very limited on what you can consume because you're mostly eating what's right here, meat and cheese. Literally, It's literally the lowest form of food that you can have for yourself, and not worry about your blood sugar. That's the thing. When that's pretty much your candy. Um, it's hard. It really is. It's not an easy pick. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff you can't eat. But it does have its ups, though. I mean, it's not like it's all doom and gloom. It has its ups. It shows you different types of foods you never would have tried eating. Of course, I was always a variety streamer. I was always a variety eater anyway because of the because I used to love watching the Food Network at night, and my favorite show was Andrew Zimmer's Bizarre Food Adventures. Where he goes and eats these weird stuff, and he used to always have this saying that that I like to use still, because yeah, if it looks good, eat it. And that's what I go by, when I look for food. Because I've tried because this one Chinese place I actually tried duck for the first time, and it was pretty good. I've tried octopus, you know, and so yeah, like I said, it's just yeah, it's like that's always been my thing whenever I used to eat, because of that, and I'm like that's cool. And then when I became a diabetic, it was like this was like it's pretty much the stuff that you pretty much you can't eat this, so you have to try something different, and that's hard, because like when you can't eat certain foods, that's very tricky for someone like me who can't who can't eat certain things, because it's like I can't eat pasta. I can't eat rice. I'm very restricted on bread, and I can't even eat my favorite root vegetable, which is the potato. You know, and cauliflower pretty much became the staple of it. That's the thing where it's like it became like the potato, and but still like it's there's not much you can do with it. There's not a whole lot you can do with cauliflower that I've done. I've like because I guess there is one thing I do want to try though, and that's make I think it's called sashimi. Uh, I want to say it's called sashimi. That way I can have I can eat version of sushi. But yeah, that's like I said, that's pretty much the thing when it becomes a diabetic. Because the thing is I didn't become one. I wasn't born with it. I actually became one by completely accident. I guess you could say. Um, my pancreas was blocked by a gallstone, and all that stuff just ruptured into my system. So I thought I was having a stomach ache. Nope, turns out I was dying. uh, you know that was a fun experience when someone tells you, "Oh yeah, by the way, your whole life just changed in a heartbeat." Like split second, you became a nutrition expert overnight. You know? but yeah, but yeah, like I said, it's had its flaws. It's flawed, but it did teach me a lot more about food than than anything. So it made cooking a little bit more interesting for me. Not gonna lie. Uh, let's see, was cause yeah, the reason why I got the bike was because I wanted to exercise more too. So and I knew that since it's the only mode of transportation I have, I might as well get one because I mean I pound pavement like no tomorrow. Like I really pound some pavement to where I've worn shoes out so badly that I actually one of my family members actually forced me to buy a new pair of shoes. Oh, and a pair of, and also a pair of a couple bags of socks because yeah, I used to tear socks up like they were going out of style, and I still do to this very day. I still tear socks up, you know. But the fact is, it's either walk, bike ride, or that's it. Because I want to try doing like long distance bike riding. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 miles. You know, because you know there's some places around me that are like 3 hours away. You know, take me 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So that's like 6 hours. You know, and I want and but it's like you know it's like I'd have to. You know, I literally would have to. But um, it's not as bad really. It just means that you know because I'm not used to like trips like that. You know, because it's like that's literally 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's like 3 hours. That's 3 hours on a road, just going somewhere. And trust me, that is like crazy. If you excuse me, I actually have to use the bathroom, real fast. All right, but yeah, like I was saying, it's with a bike, you know, it's good. It's good mode of transportation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I have to learn to do those long distance travels if I want to do anything. You know, because it's gonna you know it could be good exercise too. So it's not like I'm gonna be like without you know the ability. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. That's all it comes down to. You know, when you got 3 hours there and 3 hours back. You know, but once I train myself up to endure my bike, then I'm definitely going to be trying that out because that you know like I said it'd be fun to try too. You know, it wouldn't be like you know you don't have to do much about. I mean, realistically, because I have a backpack, so it's not like I can't like store a little bit of food and a little bit of water too. So it's just learning to do 3 hours, staying 3 hours on a bike is like something I will have to train really hard for because yeah, that's gonna hurt like a bitch, you know. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, think it's I think I'm gonna stop